Most AI creators on YouTube are doing it all wrong. They're chasing the latest AI drops, they're building fancy looking dashboards, and the reality is the vast majority of them make very little to no money. Yet my small YouTube channel this year brought me in over 1,000 leads and 350 in the last month alone for my high ticket consulting business. So in this video, I want to show you how smart AI YouTubers are creating niche channels that pay them handsomely with zero competition, and how you can get started for yourself right away. So let's dive right in. I came on YouTube and just searched up Claude tutorial, right? So you've got your new Claude projects drop or DeepSeek or whatever, and you can see 700K, 150K, 4 million, 350. This is dominated by big channels. And does that mean you can't break through? Like, of course not. Everyone starts somewhere, but it is incredibly competitive. And these guys are all doing the exact same thing. So let's just take a look at a couple of channels. So you got Jack here. And you can see in his channel, he is promoting his communities, right? He's got a school community, he's got low ticket software. You got people like Nate Herc doing the exact same thing. School community here, and it's all low ticket. And these range anywhere from $77 a month all the way up to, say, a couple of $100 a month. And this is exactly what their business flywheel looks like, right? So they chase the latest AI drops. They push a YouTube video out. It is very reactive. So they wake up in the morning and they're like, oh my God, I've got to do something, right? They then link to their community that pushes like a school link or a circle link or something low ticket, right? Anywhere from usually 77 to like $200 a month, right? And then the one thing they get from that is obviously the members, they get a lot of content, wins, obviously, if they produce something good. So these are the reality of the numbers. They usually get about a 1% click-through rate from your videos, from your views. The churn rate on low ticket is anywhere from 25 to 33%. And this is like totally public. A lot of these guys even talk about this. So basically, whatever they pay you per month, you're going to get 3 to 4 of those, and then they will leave you, right? So monthly price here, in total, they're going to pay you anywhere from 200 to $300 basically. And the most at $200 a month, you're making about $800 from a single client. Now, these guys, in my opinion, are doing it all wrong because they could be monetizing their audience in a much better way. And I want to show you exactly what I mean by that. So I want to show you Tim Fairley's channel. Now, this guy does AI for construction. Now, he still pushes the community, but it's higher ticket, right? And more importantly, it's focused on a very specific niche. And he's still getting hundreds to thousands of views. Now, no, he's not getting 300K or 500,000 views, but he doesn't need it, right? Because he's speaking to a very specific avatar, right? People in construction who want AI. And why is that useful? Because he can charge them a lot more because his content is tailored specifically for them. You can see HVAC takeoffs, routines, Gemini for construction, all of it's the same. We've got this other channel, and this guy's new on the block as well. Like, he's been going for a matter of a couple of months, and all he talks about is AI, but specifically for finance professionals, right? So he takes all of the latest, drops that are relevant, which is a key point here, and then pushes them towards his specific niche and industry focus, a bit like Tim did with construction, Luke is doing for finance. And then you've got my channel as well. So my channel is obviously all around AI, but it's all around AI consulting. So how do you use it to be either a better consultant in your current consulting business or role, or how do you become an actual AI consultant? So like, how do you build presentations with it? Even with my content, I'm talking about building consulting and lead driving content, building a brand, building your AI consulting website, one-click audits, mapping any business. These are all AI videos, but they are focused towards AI consulting specifically, right? And this is what the flywheel looks like for that business. And it is a very different setup. So we have niche but tailored videos. So when a drop happens, we look at that and go, is that relevant to our niche and what we focus on? So let's say, for example, when ChatGPT came out with the new image model, it's not really something that I can talk about. But if I was an AI YouTuber focused on video content, it would be amazing for like thumbnails, for example, right? So I focus all my stuff on. So when the artifacts came out, I thought it was brilliant for dashboards. Like, we can bring in all our business information into a single dashboard. Then we have the same link. So we link to either mostly a book a call page, sometimes a webinar, but like we'll stick with a book a call page for the sake of example, where they book a call with you. So it could just be a simple form. It could be a video sales letter with a form. Comes in many guises, but it can be very simple. We then have to get on a call with them. Now, we have usually a 50% qualification rate is pretty good, and a 20% close rate. 20 to 30% is pretty much where you'll be industry average. And we still get those wins from the clients. The main difference is we're not charging $70 to $200 a month. we're charging a minimum of 5K all the way up to 15 to 50K. The projects just get bigger and bigger. But even in my consulting firm, our minimum order is $5,000. Like, that is the bottom of the barrel. Most of ours are 15K now. So we're talking about leads who are coming in to pay that. And plus we've got implementations on the other end, but I'm just taking, for the sake of simple argument here, the front end offer. So this is what it looks like. Let's say we get 50 calls a month, 25 of them qualified. We close 5 deals from that, right? On the 5K, we're making 25 grand. On the 15K, we're making 75K. It'll be somewhere in the middle. And you can see 500 calls a month. Obviously, you need a big sales team and it changes a lot, but the numbers start getting pretty big pretty fast. So let's do a side by side comparison between these two things, right? And I've taken the most conservative numbers for sake of argument that possibly could. I just think these are really understating, but we will go with them, right? So 1% still book, it's all the same. For them, there's no real filters. Usually there's like a 6% conversion rate on those funnels, and that's kind of taken into account here. We've got a 50% qualification rate and a 20% close rate. Their ticket is, our lifetime value is anywhere from say 260 to 700, and ours is 5 to 15K. Again, very much on the low end. So average value per click, 277, ours is 5 to 15. Now, you can see here, we're getting all the cash up front, we're delivering a service. Now, a few of the things that aren't even taken into consideration here is people convert higher for done for you offers. So when you do something for us, so someone comes in, they want an AI assessment or they want an implementation doing, they actually convert at a higher rate than someone who has to learn how to do stuff themselves. And that's why like 50% qualification rate could be on the lower side. To be honest, ours is probably a bit high, like 65, and the close rate is usually much higher than this as well. It's usually mid-high 30s. But again, just for sake of argument, I want to show you this. This is just a significantly better funnel. Now, ultimately, you have to take sales calls, right? And you have to sell a service. You're not selling information in this business. You are selling a service that you are delivering. But it's not just in the AI space. Now, this is a great example, and you're seeing AI examples, but let's just take some big, credible people. So you've got Alex Hormozi, right? 4 million subscribers. You got people like Iman Gadzhi, nearly 6 million subscribers. Both of them have publicly come out and said that these niche channels they have make them more money. So Hormozi has more Mozi, it used to be called Hormozi Highlights, 77K. He has publicly come out and stated he makes more money from his event business, which is acquisition.com is his events, right? From this channel, because they are very niche specific videos teaching business owners, how to get more deals, how to solve, operational problems, than he makes from his main 4 million subscriber channel. Exactly the same with Iman Gadzhi, right? He's got 6 million, but he's got Iman Gadzhi Business with 60K. He has also come out and said he gets high ticket business clients that usually pay him around $18,000 from this channel, right? Not the low ticket stuff. So you can go ahead and create, a bigger YouTube channel if you want to, a broader one, right? The question is could Nate, for example, go ahead and make a more niche and business focused channel? Yeah, he absolutely could. But the reality is if you want a simple, high paying AI service business, so obviously we discuss AI consulting, the market is wide open. You could have an AI consulting channel for manufacturing, for accounting, for obviously construction, for HVAC, for all of these, and there is no competition. And if you are talking about deploying AI in that specific industry, that specific vertical, there's no one else they're going to go to. You're going to get less views, but the views are going to be more valuable. Your earnings per view will be significantly higher, and ultimately you're just not going to be competing with anybody, right? Which is amazing news. So what I now want to do is I want to show you actually my process. So I'm going to give you an ability to download one of my AI script documents, and I want to walk you through how I actually come up with my content and basically the process along with that, right? It'll be the third link in the description. So here is my submission form. This is a real video. You'll go on my channel and see it. So how to sell AI workflows. So the first thing we do is we actually look at the audience. So what are their hopes, their fears, their dreams, their blockers, and we actually list these out. And this is important for how we actually deliver the message. We then come up with the video ideas and a few different concepts here, right? And the introduction. So that's how we're basically coming up with who is this for? How is it going to serve them? Or what's the overarching video idea? We'll then do the thumbnail. So I came up with a thumbnail and actually did one very similar to this, and we'll come up with some other ones in the market. And then we have the script. So the most important bit of the script is the introduction, right? That hook. So in order of operation here with creating YouTube content, it is the idea, then the thumbnail, then the title, then the hook. That is the order of operation of importance. Then what I like to do is I just like to bullet point my videos and have the key talking points. So for example, we have the setup here. We have the main 5 talking points I want to talk about. I've always got a call to action, which is a lesson for you. Click the subscribe button down below if you're loving this video. And then we go into each. So 5 sections here, I believe. And then each of them's got bullet points, more than 5. And then they're all here with tension and setup between to bridge the gap, right? And you can do that in a few different ways. And then we have an ending call to action. And this is exactly how I script every single one of my videos. And this isn't a long process. And now with the help of AI, you can actually give it this document with examples and say, hey, this is my YouTube process for coming up with videos. And it also makes them much more unique to you. So if there's anything that I want you to take away from this video is the path to starting an AI service business is wide open on YouTube. And if you are anything like me with a small YouTube channel, you can get hundreds of leads and have a multi-6, even 7-figure a year income from a channel that costs you almost nothing to run, and you get under 1,000 views a video. That is a reality of what is happening right now, and you can jump on this in your specific niche. So if you have a professional set of experience in any industry, you could have come from retail, logistics, manufacturing, engineering, it makes no difference. There is nobody out there doing it. I've given you my channel, Luke and Tim's, and they're pretty much the only ones that I could find that have a very core niche focus with the AI layer on top, which obviously is very, very popular on YouTube and just going to keep growing. So if you enjoyed this video, you're probably going to love this one next. If you want to start your own AI consult business, check out this video and the first link in the description. If you are a company and you would like us to do an AI strategy assessment for you, second link in the description. And if you want this document, third link in the description. Make sure to smash that subscribe button and I will see you in the next one.